To valuable waterfront space up and down Maine's coast, city and town leaders are tasked with finding compromise. Scarborough is no exception.
And a Facebook post about dogs in Wyndham being left out in the cold blew up, so we verify. Are there laws about keeping dogs out of the cold?
And it's the day after the Patriots pick up Super Bowl championship number 6. Our Chris Costa wraps things up from Atlanta and the halftime show. What did you think? We want to know. This is News Center Now.
For a record-tying 6th time, the Patriots have won the Super Bowl. Good evening, everyone. I'm Lindsay Mills.
And I'm Lee Goldberg. It was a defensive battle. Patriots come up on top of the Rams 13-3, another Super Bowl championship. It was unbelievable in a lot of ways. Our South 6 team was down in Atlanta. Chris Costa wraps things up for us.
It is not the score that many people expected, but it is the outcome that Patriots fans were hoping for. The New England Patriots are Super Bowl champions for the 6th time, their 2nd win in 3 straight Super Bowl appearances. And the score, 13-3, was the lowest combined score of any Super Bowl ever, but that didn't matter much to the players.
Good to go out and win the last game of the year, that's all it is. I'm just happy we won the game, honestly.
Let's go!
We had a chance to win a Super Bowl. It didn't matter how many people doubted us in Kansas City, how many people doubted us here in Atlanta. We knew what we were capable of, and to come out on top, this is what it's all about.
Have you thought about it? I'm just going to celebrate tonight. I'm not thinking about that tonight. That's for like the next week or two, see where I'm at. We just grinded it out, kept going, and a win's a win. We won the Super Bowl, baby. 3-time champ I am. Brady, 6-time champ.
James, you're Super Bowl champion again, man. How does it feel?
Man, it's awesome, man. We work all year for this moment. That's a special feeling.
Did you think the game would turn out the way it did to be so purely defensive?
You never know how these games are going to go. As long as you come out with a win, that's what's most important.
What does it mean to you after everything this team has gone through in the past 3 years, 3 straight Super Bowl appearances, to win it this way?
Man, it's awesome. Like I said, whether you win it by a blowout, you win it by 3 points, 10 points, it's awesome.
What did it mean to work with a guy like Sony Michel, a guy who's just a workhorse?
I mean, battled through injuries in the beginning of the season, kept fighting, and he's had some big performances all in the playoffs, and had a big performance again today. He's a special player.
It's amazing. It's been a journey. Learned a lot this year, and I can't be more excited to win it with a team like this. There's no better feeling to win the Super Bowl. Wise men told me, be where your feet are, and right now, Super Bowl, the Super Bowl champs, and God is good.
They just found a way to get it done. So this is a special team. I don't think it's loaded with a lot of superstars, just really solid, great team players.
Julian Edelman is your Super Bowl MVP, 10 targets, 141 yards, and he called on fans on social media to break records at Tuesday's Duck Boat Rally in Boston. In Atlanta, Chris Costa, News Center, Maine.
Oh, it was pretty exciting. I tell you what, if you loved the Super Bowl as an event, you maybe didn't love the game just because it wasn't high scoring, but if you loved like old style, just football where defense goes at each other, it's a pretty enjoyable game.
Defense wins championships. That's what I tell my girls.
That somewhere,
yeah.
All right, there you go.
I tell my field hockey girls that all the time. All right, today we also heard from Senator Angus King. He was in studio for an interview, and while he was here, he gave his thoughts on the Patriots' win during this run of 6 Super Bowl titles.
I'm a student of leadership. I think, when you put together Brady and Belichick, and if you think about it, virtually the whole team, other than those 2 guys, has changed over those 17 years. That's the core of it. Belichick is a genius. You may not like him, but he's a genius.
All right, so a lot of people saying the halftime show last night was not one that they would like to remember, or at least not remember fondly. We want to know what you guys think about the halftime show. In fact, Karen right now on our Facebook live stream saying the halftime show was, all caps, awful.
Okay.
Well,
we want to know from you guys, did it have moves like Jagger, or did it make you wonder? Vote right now at pulse.newscentermaine.com or hit the Pulse tab on our mobile app. Those are 2 song titles by Maroon 5, by the way.
They were the headline performers for this year with Travis Scott and my favorite, Big Boy, making appearances as well. Okay, so what did you think? Because I had this grade almost like in football. I had two halves to this one. I thought the first half of it was like a D-.
Okay.
But I do think it ended better the second half. So overall C+, B- for me.
I have to tell you, Maroon 5, I love them because you know more songs than you think you do, and everyone can sing along. So, and you know me, I'm always positive. So I actually was one of the people who thought it was okay. Now, it wasn't Lady Gaga.
Well, B- isn't bad. I mean, I thought it was okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, we agree. Yeah. You know what is not okay?
What?
Today's weather. It was an A. Today was an A.
It was not
Keith
meh.
Carson. It was nice. I mean, relatively speaking, February. It was nice.
February. I'm actually surprised how upset people were about the halftime show. I thought it was like okay.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
I thought they should have kept it all hip hop. Knowing Atlanta, it would have like felt more right.
Do you think they should have kept shirts on too?
My wife doesn't think he should have done that. Although there was a lot of tattoos that she didn't know. California is a real commitment to put on a that's a big word to have on your body, you know?
True. A lot of room for error.
Yeah, like Maine, okay, but California, I don't know. All right, 49 officially today in Portland, 57 in Sanford. Look at Portsmouth, 59 for a high temperature, getting even warmer tomorrow. I had serious not fear of missing out. I did miss out. I bet it was a great day on the slopes today because it was mild. They still have some good snow out there, and it got a little softer today. Current temperatures in the 30s, but still 43 in Portland, 46 in Sanford, 46 in Portsmouth as well. Warm front has worked its way through, so we'll stay relatively mild overnight tonight. And here's the configuration: warm front here, cold front here. And so the front will come through tomorrow morning, this cold front, with a couple of rain showers, but most of tomorrow looks good and looks mild as well. So overnight tonight, again, not cold, right around freezing in most spots. That's it for your overnight low. Here comes a shower chance in the morning, but once that front comes through around mid-morning, we start to warm up on a west wind for a brief period of time, getting us into the 50s through tomorrow afternoon. We should see some sun as well, and then cooling back down on Wednesday. Guys, for the Patriots parade, could be near 60 degrees in Boston tomorrow afternoon.
See, even Mother Nature loves the Patriots. All right, thank you very much, sir. Truly the world's team. It's an area that dozens of clam diggers and lobstermen depend on. Pine Point in Scarborough, kind of under a microscope right now.
Yeah, as I discovered as part of our continuing coverage, the debate in Scarborough surrounds the sale of a waterfront staple.
We can't operate our boats a mile inland or half a mile inland, but certainly restaurants can.
Spirited discussions surrounding working waterfront protections aren't only happening in Portland and Boothbay Harbor, but Scarborough too.
This is the only piece of work in waterfront left here.
In this case, the debate is over the fate of the Pine Point Fishermen's Co-op.
I was just a little boy when they built this place.
Greg Turner has lived his entire life on the water. So has fellow fisherman Robert Odlin.
Well, there's a little apprehension around the fishing community that this won't remain a lobster buying station. The sale sort of caught people off guard.
They say dozens of lobstermen and clam diggers depend on storing bait and selling their catch here.
In terms of the concerns, we certainly understand and we share in them.
Scarborough Town Manager Tom Hall says the co-op has been under the same ownership for more than 3 decades. Now the co-owners want to sell.
The town actually gave the property and the building to the co-op in 1964, and so through the years we've had to approve subsequent sales each and every time. It hasn't occurred since 1997, so we're all trying to figure out and understand all that history right now.
Whenever there's change, people worry that something is going to change the way it operates.
Vincent Clow is a local business owner.
That is not going to happen down there. We need the lobsters. We need shellfish. That isn't going to change.
Clow and his wife Susan want to purchase the co-op. Their family, on Susan's side, have deep roots in Scarborough's waterfront community. Perhaps the most notable, Bailey's Lobster Pound.
If they bought it and did what they say and keep the lobsters and the clams and whatnot, I think it would be great for everybody. You'd have no way to know if they're really going to do that or not.
They think change is going to happen, and it's really not, other than maybe a color or something like that. And the other misconception is that something can be done with that property different than it is right now.
According to a working waterfront covenant for the property signed in 2010, there's a long list of uses that are banned from the space, including retail, restaurants, hotels, and housing. Papers can't pass on the co-op until the town council approves the sale and irons out the details of a parking lease agreement.
Part of our exploration is understanding what does it mean to support the working waterfront going forward, because things are changing.
Now, the current owners of the Fisherman's Co-op declined our request for an on-camera interview, but they say the reason they're selling now is simply to retire. It's unclear how long it could take the town to decide on the sale or if they will approve the sale.
All right, still to come. We're going to find out laws, and a lot of people want to know about this, about leaving animals out in the cold. A story that blew up on social media, kind of the impetus behind it. We'll answer that question for you.
And how many football fans are taking a sick day today? We're going to take a look at some of the stats that might surprise you. Hi guys, sorry, I'm panicking thinking I spelled the word restaurant wrong. Did I spell?
Guess what, guys?
Did I spell it wrong?
My microphone works. I'm back. I'm back, baby.
Wait,
the Patriots win. It's 50 degrees and my microphone works.
No, I didn't.
All
Thank
of
God.
this happened on the greatest Monday of all time. Big day.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
back,
whoop.
Facebook.
Also,
the mic is in the budget.
I didn't spell the word restaurant wrong. Thank God.
Woo woo! The
I just had
the
a weird feeling.
Works.
That's
now
awesome.
You gotta hear me. Woo woo. J Bar says, big Maroon 5 fan. Wasn't a big fan of the halftime show though. Where was DJ Khaled? Oh, come on. All he does is win, 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 no matter what.
That was quick.
The halftime show had no moves like Jagger. Not for him. It wasn't for him to take his shirt off. No need for him to take his shirt off. That has become a meme. All right, there you go. Yes, we do need a mini parade for my microphone. I totally agree.
Yeah, cue the duck boats.
Somebody's having a problem watching our stream. Carrie, I'm sorry about that. Someone else about the shirt coming off too didn't like that, and it was Jesse, I think.
I just thought it was distracting.
Adam Levine, why take your clothes off? The music was okay. So, I mean, what? I agree. So what? And I actually missed the the beginning of the shirt coming off. I was cooking for halftime, so I came in and his clothes were off, so I missed how they got that way. So what happened? Did you like?
It was a slow progression. There were some outfit changes too. He changed his jacket a couple of times too. I really like the jackets actually. Then there was a tank, and then there was nothing. I also am curious to know about the SpongeBob excitement. Did you see there was like a SpongeBob
I saw some
cameo?
kind of cartoon thing, and then all of a sudden, some guy like came out of a fireball. Travis Scott.
Yeah,
out of the sky.
there was like a SpongeBob connection, and
yeah, I don't get that.
I saw a lot of people tweeting how they were excited for that, but I didn't get it. I still don't get
know
it.
what that was either. Sorry, but I'm also really old, so that could be that.
Oh, wait, say it one more time. It was an episode. Oh. Okay.
Right, producer Isaac told us, and I still don't get it. Okay, so there you go. Kenny says it was like old bread. It was stale.
Oh.
Actually, I'm okay with that. There was nothing to it. It was meh. All right, welcome back. Thousands more troops are going to be heading to the border with Mexico. The Pentagon is directing nearly 4,000 troops to that area. This 2018 video shows some of the hundreds of troops that were sent to the border back in the fall. The duties of these additional troops will include erecting 150 miles of barbed wire. They'll also be supporting customs and border protection officers, including in the area of mobile surveillance.
Investigators are examining wreckage and damaged homes in a Southern California neighborhood where a small plane crashed after breaking up in flight, killing the pilot and 4 others on the ground. The twin-engine Cessna 44 414A was seen coming apart yesterday and falling into pieces into the ground, torching a home where 4 of the victims were killed. The National Transportation Safety Board is expected to give a briefing about the crash at some point later today.
We want to know what you guys thought about the halftime show. Everybody weighing in on Facebook. The majority of the comments is that the music was just, it was fine, and a lot of people don't understand why Adam Levine took his shirt off and not very happy about that, or just didn't really care
90%. It makes me wonder.
Yeah, it makes you wonder is overwhelmingly in the lead, and that's what our Facebook Live comments are as well. But feel free to weigh in over there because we want to hear what y'all have to say. It's some pretty entertaining comments. In some cases, more entertaining than the halftime show itself. So there you go.
Very good. Coming up, we're going to take a look at a viral post about dogs from Wyndham that were being left out in the cold, and we're going to verify if there was any laws surrounding that.
And nothing illegal, at least today, about Keith Carson. So we're going to check in on that. Oh, look at that. Come on. It's early, though. There's still time. He's got his clothes on, so that's good. So what's going on? Why is the prompter...
I don't know.
I think it just didn't load any updated versions of any script. So it's got some old versions that never got completed, and then we've got the real... I think that's what's going on.
Do you know what to toss to me? Do you see?
It's in the... The tablets are working, yeah. So...
Gotcha.
So, yeah. Do we know about the website issue?
Yeah, they're working on it.
Okay.
Our recording.
Oh, thank you. So Joe said he almost took a sick day today, but didn't. Good for you, Joe. Ended up going into work late. That's fine. Better late than never.
They're all talking about it, so I can tell them that we know that?
Yeah, it's the live stream.
Okay, right. Okay, so yeah, we are aware, guys, that the website's not working. Obviously, the Facebook feed is, but the website's not, so we are working on that right now. Liam broke it, I think is what I'm being told, so hopefully Liam can fix it.
Rachel loved the halftime show.
All right, Rachel, there you go. Get in there.
And Joe, I was saying Joe went into work late today, even though he really wanted to take a sick day, but better late than never.
Late. The game started at 6:30. It was over at 10 o'clock. It was an early game. I mean,
some of us have earlier bedtimes.
Some of these World Series games don't even start until like 9. This game was over by 10.
That's true.
Other sports should start their major events at 6 o'clock at night, and not 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. You lose your whole kid audience. Every NBA Finals game starts after 9 o'clock at night. Who can stay up for that?
Yeah.
Just saying, there's a reason why the NFL is #1 as far as money and fans and all that stuff. They do it properly. Also, in case you're wondering, the Patriots will open up the 2019 season at home on Thursday Night Football against an opponent to be named later, but it will be seen right here on News Center Maine.
Wait, do you know the opponents off the record?
I know who it could be. No, I mean, I know who their home opponents are. They just have to pick one.
Did you see that video?
I would guess Kansas City. That'd be kind of a fun way to open the season.
Did you see that video that Tom Brady and Gronk took after the game? Do you think that's like their way of saying that was Gronk's last game?
I thought it was interpreted as he's actually going to be coming back.
Oh, okay.
Because
that's good.
It said to be continued.
Yeah.
I think he's retiring, but I said that about 12 weeks ago. I wrote on Twitter that I thought he was going to retire this year based on nothing except a hunch. So I'm sticking with that.
Okay.
Because that's what I said. So I can't change
you know that I love Gronkowski. Do you know that?
You are not alone, but yes.
So I have had friends and family send me screen grabs of Clay interviewing him.
Yep.
And they say, look, it's your husband and boyfriend in one photo.
I can't support that.
What, you don't like Gronk?
I can't support you having a husband and boyfriend.
No bromance?
Not allowed. All right, kids, Facebook post out of Wyndham got the attention of all kinds of animal lovers and non-animal lovers across the state. Dogs appearing to be living outside during the coldest days of last week. You know how brutally cold last week was? Well, it caused a firestorm on social media. People couldn't believe that these dogs were left outside.
So we wanted to know, are there laws about leaving animals out in the cold? Cameron O'Brien did some digging today, and she's here with the answer. Hey, Cam.
Hey, guys. Yeah, no, this is absolutely a story that pulls on the heartstrings. So I find that when we get situations like these, it's best to sometimes look at the law. And the Maine state legislature does have laws regarding animal cruelty and what the conditions are for animals living outside. So take a look at outdoor standards. It's number 2. It says that dogs need artificial shelter in good condition with a minimum of 3 3 sides and a waterproof roof. And if they are living outside, their shelter has to be confined and insulated so that it can keep the rain and the cold away. So let's get back to that Facebook post. We're going to put the Facebook post up right now. It was posted on January 31st, and it gained tons and tons of traction. You can see right here, the person was commenting saying that they saw the dogs outside and they were worried that they were cold and didn't have any shelter or things of that nature. And now this blew up, and when I say it blew up, I mean 700 likes, 900 comments, 700 shares. People commenting, saying how upset they were about the conditions of the animals, that they thought it was inhumane for the animals to be left outside. A lot of calls to the Windham Animal Control Office and the police. So police did respond. They actually sent out a press release saying that they went to the area, they checked it out, and everything did check out. That means adequate shelter. The dogs had food, they had water, they were licensed, they had their rabies vaccine. Animal control officer also went to her Facebook page to kind of reiterate the same thing. Although it was cold out, the animals did have everything they needed, and she put something really poignant at the end, which is, if you don't like the way things are, do something about it. Go see your representatives and make the law change. And that's the plan now for Windham. I spoke to a woman named Rebecca Cummings, and she's on Windham's town council, and she says she's aware of the Facebook post, and several other members of town council are, and they're going to try and bring forth a resolution, Lee and Lindsay, to try and figure out a way to protect animals even more so than what the Maine legislature currently allows for.
All right, Cam, well, thanks for the answers, because a lot of us have been asking since that first post that we all saw and got shared like almost 1,000 times, what is the actual law? So at least we now know what's going on there. So it doesn't make it better, but at least we now know what's happening.
Sure.
Okay, so we talked about the Patriots obviously a lot, right? Oh, hi. So the Patriots won yesterday, the Celtics won yesterday, the Bruins won yesterday, and guess what happened today?
What happened today?
The Red Sox equipment truck is on its way to Fort Myers for spring training. So that's today. So baseball, I mean, 50 degrees, that's opening day at Hadlock. I mean, we'll take 50 degrees in April, right?
So it's been snowed out several times.
Are we turning a corner?
No.
Oh.
You guys know.
Too soon, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Too soon.
It's February, the beginning of February. Every February we do this.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
I know.
I just want the warmer temps.
She wants Clay and Gronk.
Right. Right.
He's referring to our Facebook Live conversation.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I saw that Clay was tenacious in his reporting, and I appreciate it.
Tenacious,
He was very tenacious.
Bulldog.
All right, 49 for a high today in Portland, 57 in Sanford. We did pretty well there. 59 in Portsmouth. Should do even better tomorrow. Temperatures have flattened a bit to the upper 30s and low 40s. 51 in Freiburg still, though, and 41 in Bangor. Overall, pretty nice. Overnight tonight will be sitting right around the freezing mark, if not warmer. There's the warm front working its way through northern Maine right now in the warm sector overnight tonight through the first half of tomorrow. And then this front will come through tomorrow morning. So there'll be a few showers with it, but it won't be until tomorrow night that the colder air comes through, which leaves us with a window through the day tomorrow of some relatively mild air, even warmer than today. And so you see overnight temperatures don't drop that much. We kind of stay around freezing and even a little bit warmer in the mountains. I mean, you'll take 35 for a high in Rangeley this time of the year. Never mind overnight low at 4 in the morning. Couple of showers, isolated stuff moving through tomorrow morning. After that, we go partly cloudy to mostly clear. Temperatures skyrocket into the mid-50s in a lot of spots. Some 60s down across southern New Hampshire and into Massachusetts. And it doesn't last long because it's February, and we drop back down on Wednesday into the 20s to around 30 degrees. And then watch a little system come towards us on Thursday. This is an interesting storm because it is not a big storm at all. It's a little impulse of energy, but the models are having a hard time resolving the precipitation type. So I'm erring on the colder side right now and calling this a mixture of snow and sleet on Thursday. There is the possibility it goes warmer and we end up with more rain showers along the coast, but right now pencil in some wintry mix at least on Thursday, and there could be a couple of inches of that, especially away from the coastline, and then we stay warm, I should say, on Friday. So high temperatures tomorrow, 55 in Portland, 52 in Lewiston, 50 in Augusta, 50 in Bangor as well. So there's that system On Thursday, again, it's just to our south and a bit of a mixed bag. Friday, warm sector again means showers, relatively mild temperatures, then back to reality on Saturday and Sunday, windy and colder. And we're watching a storm for around Valentine's Day is that next week? Yes, Valentine's Day next week. So, yeah, that kind of snuck up on us a little bit. Seems like we always have a storm that time of year, though. Jess and I were talking about that. Middle of February, prime time. Weekend looks pretty good. Overall, it is going to be on the coolish side. But enjoy tomorrow afternoon. And as I mentioned, for the Duck Boat Parade, part 48, should be pretty nice.
Nice. Very good.
I know Ryan raised his hand to go to that. There's that tomorrow morning. He'll be there. He's like, I'm going to the parade.
I know. I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Love a parade.
Smart.
All right. Thank you.
All right. A lot of you probably needed coffee this morning if you stayed up extra late to watch maybe the game and what came on after the game, yada, yada, yada. Well, a big perk for Patriots fans is you can go to Dunkin' Donuts the next day and get a coffee for $1. The only thing is you can't do that in Maine. And a viewer named Robert Horn emailed us this morning asking why Dunkin' Donuts wasn't doing its promotion in Maine today. So I tweeted at Dunkin' Donuts to find out why. And the Dunkin' account responded, the Dunkin' Maine account, and said, unfortunately, Maine restaurants have chosen to not participate in this promotion. Sorry for any confusion. Now, we did hear from some people who actually did get the $1 coffee at some Dunkin' Donuts in Maine. Yeah. And I'm just wondering, I haven't verified this, but I'm wondering if maybe they're privately owned, not part of the larger franchise.
Sounds like more people didn't than did, though. Yeah. So that's too bad. All right, did you guys stay up too late watching the Super Bowl win last night or maybe celebrating after the win?
Yeah.
Yeah. You are definitely not alone because according to a survey by Monster, not the energy drink, nearly 12% of Americans, that's more than 1 in 10, called out sick or planned to call out sick today. There's a good chance that your boss might also be absent as well. The study finds that almost 14% of bosses and hiring managers have reported calling out sick on the day after the Super Bowl.
And good for you if you did go to work today, even if you didn't feel like it.
There you go.
That's good karma.
Yeah.
All right, a lot more coming up on News Center Maine at 5:30. Let's check in for a preview. Hey, Cindy.
Hi, guys. Governor Janet Mills has not yet released her budget plan, but that isn't stopping Republicans in the legislature from worrying aloud about there being too much spending in that proposal. We're going to have we're going to hear from lawmakers. Don Kerrigan is in Augusta with that story. And negotiations are very serious in Washington over the border wall. Almost everyone is hoping to avoid another government shutdown. We're going to find out where Maine Senator Angus King comes down on that debate. That and those stories and much more coming up at 5:30. Back to you.
All right, Cindy, thanks so much. Brain drops when we come back.
Yeah, so I don't really, and then when I looked up, the only script there was Fortnite, not Cindy. So
it's so confusing because this is
well, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I always go off the rundown.
And I should probably do that. So it all worked out. Again, you saved the day.
No,
It's becoming a habit for you.
I don't know. The other thing too is I was talking when he chimed in, so I can only hear like half of what he's saying.
Yeah. All right. Uh-oh. Keith, you remember there was a viewer, Rachel, and her daughter, Paige, really was a big fan of yours, so we had you come say hi to Paige.
Oh, yes.
Paige has left you for Gronk.
That's a big swing.
That's a big
swing.
Giant upgrade. That is a ginormous upgrade.
Yeah, I understand. And he's about to retire, probably.
He's going to be available free time on his hands.
You think he's going to do it?
Yes, I do think.
I think he's pretty beat up.
Yeah.
Pretty beat up.
And I said that on Twitter, so you can look, like 12 weeks ago. Yeah. So based on nothing, just totally hunch. Just watching him play, just didn't seem like he's really loving as much as he used to. I don't even think he's 30.
He's not, yeah, I don't think.
Gronk's not 30?
I mean,
Google it. He's got to be around.
Close.
No.
I mean, this is his 9th year in the NFL. So if he got out of college,
but he was like
21 or 22, then he's
22,
31.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, let's find out.
Quick.
Let's verify Gronk's
age.
Ha!
29.
I win.
Oh, Jess knows his birthday.
Jess has his birthday tattooed on her ankle.
Yeah.
Underneath her Crocs.
Yeah.
Underneath the Croc. So nobody can see it.
Oh, man.
It's Croc covered.
I blocked Devin as a joke, but it took it 2 days to figure it out.
Really?
Yeah. crocodile.
Even after all that great shooting he did for you?
Yeah, that was the joke. That was the whole. Because the rest of the crew was in.
Oh, you didn't do it all yourself?
What? Yeah. It looked like my shooting.
Lindsay,
Didn't
would
it?
you like to talk to him?
You want to see that come home? And
Yeah, he's my photographer.
Would you like to hear about how hard he worked?
I'd fly from Atlanta to Portland,
Yeah.
put the chip in there, and it'd be all blue, is what would happen if I did it myself.
Oh my God.
I remember the days of the blue footage.
Yeah, I remember when I flew on my last story. Oh, no, wait.
Hey, you
I remember
know
driving
you could go
12
to,
hours each way.
You know you could go to the Super Bowl.
You've
There we go.
driven?
All right.
Wow. People really hated that show, huh? Jeez.
Yeah. You've driven to Super Bowls?
All right, Pulse poll, Maroon 5. Sorry.
91%.
Not so much.
It
Not
makes
feeling
me
it.
wonder.
People are hating on that.
They are.
I would say like
I actually really like Maroon 5 too. I just did not like the effort. That's
Yeah.
all.
you could do country.
It was just boring.
All right, I love debunking things that everybody thinks is true, and I actually saw this on Reddit the other day, and I thought this was really interesting.
That's true.
It was whether or not you can touch
I've heard this.
a bird and put it back in the nest. The whole idea is you can't do it because a bird will sense it and then it rejects it. None of that is true.
What?
A couple of things here. One is if you disturb the nest itself, the bird may relocate, but it will do it with its young. It's not going to leave the young behind. The other is usually the young bird is out of the nest for a reason. So the mother is teaching it something, either flying or gathering food, but it's watching it from a distance. So that's one of the reasons to generally not touch them, because they're usually okay. But birds have a terrible sense of smell, and it doesn't matter to them if a human picks them up, puts them back in the nest, they're not going to suddenly reject them. So this is one of those kind of old wives' tale to get kids to not pick up birds and whatnot. But if you see a bird that's hurt, it's still better to call animal control or something. But you're not going to doom the bird for life if you touch them.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin the bird and have the mother disown it because you touched it.
Right, but that's not a thing.
Right, so that's good to know.
Yeah, but
look at all
so
we're
now
learning
you
today.
can touch all the
now
birds.
You can touch all the birds.
Chasing birds.
We had a
around
seagull in our parking lot this spring. Remember that? That was
Yes.
hopping
I
around and
remember.
everyone didn't know what to do. So you can do it. Seagull might bite your eyes, like peck your eyes out, but
Yeah.
in general, this is not a thing.
And if
that
Mama
people's
Bird's
interested in.
nearby, I'd be worried about Mama Bird coming in
Yeah, I
and
don't want to
swooping in.
get. You don't want to make Mama mad.
No.
I
you
don't
see
care
too
what the
much Alfred
species is.
Hitchcock
You
stuff.
don't want to.
News Center Maine at 5:30 starts right now.
Bye, Facebook. Big government. It was good to finally get
Bye,
started.
guys.
Again.
Did you put away the